Welcome back to my channel, everybody. I am NZCloudist, and in today's video I will be sculpting the cave troll of Moria from the Lord of the Rings Fellowship of the Ring. Okay, so I'm going to start the video off by making the troll's mace first. Now I'm doing this because so basically it doesn't get smashed. So my plan is that I will make the mace, bake it, and with the wire that's attached to it, wind it around the armature of the troll itself, so I don't smash any of the details I do if the base is unbaked. So I thought this was a pretty smart move for me. So as you can see, I'm just going to attach the mace to the handle itself, and then I'm going to dab it with tin foil to give it a bit of a worn down, metally, stony type of texture before adding on some final details and then chucking it into the oven. Okay, so I attached the mace to the troll armature itself off camera, and then I'm going to start layering on some clay. Now I'm going to do this in layers because it just makes my life a lot easier. That's the best way I could put it, basically. Then I'm just going to start adding on some details and then blend everything in. Okay, now after I've worked on the chest, I'm going to start working on his arms and adding on his fingers onto his hand. Now I'm going to blend these in. I'm going to do the same thing with this hand, and then I'm going to add some muscle definitions into his leg before adding on his toes. Well, toenails to be precise. Okay, now after adding in some wrinkles, I'm going to start the step which I was kind of looking forward to and kind of not looking forward to at the same time, and that is adding on each individual scale. Now I did a little bit of the scales on camera and then did the rest off camera because I really could not be bothered editing long footage of me just doing nothing but adding on scales, basically, and also I couldn't be bothered filming at the same time, so yeah. Alright, now as you can see, I sculpted what little clothing this troll had off camera and then started attaching them onto his body to make it movie accurate. And then I'm just going to bake this. I'm going to chuck him in the oven, and then I'm on to the head. Now this head was actually much easier than I thought it would be. I thought it was going to be really hard since I've never sculpted a troll before on my channel, but it was actually really, well, I wouldn't say easy, but it was easier than I expected. Just going to blend in everything so it doesn't look weird, and then I'm going to start on this troll's face. Now, what I like about this troll's design is that it looks like a real creature, but it also resembles and looks like a troll. And I really like this design. It's one of my favorite troll designs. Okay, now after finishing up the troll's face, I'm now going to start the yet again painful process of adding on all of his scales. This does make him look good, but it was kind of painful to do because I don't really like doing scales, but I really like the end result, so it was worth it. Then I'm just going to make the collar that's around his neck, which is just like the movie. He was wearing a collar that had spikes on it, and then I'm just going to chuck him in the oven for the last time. Okay, now after the troll's trip in the oven, I'm just going to add on the first few layers of paint. I'm going to add on the first coat of paint, which is going to be completely grey. Then I'm going to add on a light wash over him, and then I'm going to start dry brushing. Okay, now after dry brushing a dark grey on them, I'm just going to dry brush a lighter colour on them. I don't know what colour this is called, so you can let me know in the comments. But then I'm just going to add a light grey wash onto the belly, and then going to dry brush a lighter colour on top of it to make those details pop. Okay, now I'm just going to start painting on what little clothing he has, his mace and his collar, before painting his teeth and eyes. Okay, now after using the gloss varnish to put on sweat and make his eyes look shiny, I'm going to glue him onto this pretty cool looking base that I made off camera. And then he's finally finished. Okay, so if you guys enjoyed the video, then please hit that like button and subscribe and hit the bell button so you don't miss any future videos. This is probably one of my favorite pieces that I've done this year. I hope you guys enjoy it. And now I'm just going to go to the kitchen and enjoy some fish and chips that we ordered.